Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, look, education is very important. There is no doubt in all that. But you would have seen that some of the people, despite the fact that they are very educated, either they are unable to launch a business, or even if at all they do this, they don't succeed. Even if they start a business, they don't succeed. While another some of the people, they're not educated, they're not so educated, but they start a business and they succeed in all that a lot. Now, where is the education? Education could not help here. Why? Because there is another type of education that is called financial literacy. That is called financial education. So those people who were educated, they are not financially educated. They are not financially literate. They don't have the financial literacy. But these people who are uneducated apparently are very little educated. They got this financial literacy and financial education either naturally or from their family. So I think it is very important indeed that if at all we are financially literate, we are financially educated. Today we are going to talk about how to become financially educated. So what are the ways to do that? There are certain things which are of great help indeed. Rather, I shall like to say that this is the financial literacy in nutshell. So it is the financial literacy, the financial education has been made very simple. Let's look upon all that one by one on these 15 principles. First one is live below your means. Always live below your means. Spend less than you earn. Do not spend all of the money you have earned. Do not spend more of the money because there are people indeed who spend more than what they possess, who spend more than what they earn. So I think that is mere foolishness. Always spend less than what you earn. Now the second is save and invest. Not only that we have to spend less than what we earn, rather we have to save the money and we have to invest this money. We have to save this money and we have to invest this money in such a way that it should be safe and secure on the one hand and it should keep growing on the other hand. Now the third is manage your debt. Your debt, pay off high interest loans and use credit wisely. Mean we have to avoid the debt, particularly the debt which is of high interest. So we don't have to take any. If at all we have taken any such loan foolishly, we must pay it off as soon as it is possible for us. As soon as it is possible for us. So that is not only this thing. Rather, if at all we have taken or we want to take any credit, I think it must be used in a very wise manner so that it could become a blessing instead of a curse. Now the fourth is diversify income. Have multiple sources of income, not just one source of income. Rather, the multiple sources of income are needed. Now the fifth is budget and track. Monitor your expenses and stay on top of your finances. Budget and track. Many of the people are of the view that since I'm not a country, since I'm not a company, what is the need for a budget? I think every individual should have a budget. That these are my needs and this is my income. Now how to do all that and not how to increase my income. So that is budget. If at all even this is difficult, what is then the simplest ever form of budgeting? Keep writing whatever you are spending. Now at the end of the week or even at the end of the day or at least at the end of the week, look upon each of the expenses, each of the expenditure, whether it was necessary, whether it was unnecessary, or I should have, spent lesser money on any item. So that is, that is budget and track. Now the sixth is avoid lifestyle inflation. What is this, by the way? People keep increasing their spending with the passage of time. It is not right. Another, some of the people increase their spending on because their income has increased. I think even this is not as good. But without the increase in the earning, there are people who are spending more and more money with the passage of time, which is totally wrong. That is called lifestyle inflation. Now the seventh is build credit. Establish a good credit score. Mean the people should trust you, and you being an honest person, being a person who is able to keep their promises, build your trust in the society. Now the next is the eighth is invest for retirement. Start early and be consistent. Invest for retirement means start saving early for the purpose of retirement. So that is, invest for retirement. Not only that we have to save, rather we need to keep investing the money. Now the ninth is educate yourself. Educating yourself. Continuously learn about financial about your personal finances. That is called financial education. That is called educate yourself. Now, the 10th is avoid get rich quick schemes. Wealth creation takes time, and wealth creation takes discipline as well. The combination of both of these, if at all we have spent the time but we are not disciplined, we cannot have more money. If at all we are disciplined but without time, we cannot have that much of the money. So this is, you know that is so much important. you know that is so much important. Invest for retirement. Now the ninth is educate yourself. Now the 10th is avoid get rich quick schemes. Now the 11th is, you know invest regularly to reduce market risk. Even if at all something is cheap today and you spend all of the money, it is better to save some of the money so that it might become even cheaper tomorrow. So, for that reason, not to put all the eggs in one basket, dollar low cost average. Now, the 12th is have an emergency fund. Have an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of expenses set aside. Set aside 3 to 6 months of expenses, and that is called emergency fund. Now, the 13th is pay yourself first. What is this, by the way? Prioritize your own saving and investment. Prioritize your own saving and prioritize your own investment. Now the 14th is avoid impulse purchases. Avoid impulse purchases. Think twice before buying. Think twice before buying. Not to be too ready to buy whatever comes to your mind. Do not buy impulsively at all. Do not buy impulsively at all. Rather, think twice before buying anything else. Now the next is, long-term thinking. Long-term thinking. Make financial decisions with future in mind. Make financial decisions with future in mind. Now that is, long-term thinking. Now we must remember that financial literacy is a journey, and consistently applying these lessons will help you achieve financial stability and success. Remember, financial literacy is a journey, and consistently applying these lessons will help you achieve financial stability and success. So that is very important. All of these 15 lessons about the financial literacy are very much important indeed. So that's all today. That's all for today. Financial literacy, which we must all have. Thank you very much.